Thank you. All right, well, welcome. So today we just wanted to give a little brief informational overview about our new, or one of our newer evidence-based programs, the PEARLS program, and it stands for the Program to Encourage Active and Rewarding Lives. So the good thing about this is that we have this grant for about 3 years. This is now our second year. So next year will be the final year, and we're hoping to expand it across North Carolina. So we are in our piloting phase right now. All right, so description of the PEARLS program, I'll just kind of read through it a little bit. This PEARLS program is a community-based, evidence-based program designed to reduce depression as well as isolation among aging adults right now. It's focused on 3 fundamental principles, and that is to figure out what the participant is experiencing due to depression, any problems that they may be having right now, why they're isolated, and how we can tackle those problems and issues into smaller pieces so that they can, have those symptoms reduced. We like to close the link between depression and unsolved problems. We like to increase participation in social, physical, and other pleasant activities because through the research study of the PEARLS program provided through the University of Washington, we found out that the more physically active, socially active, and doing pleasant activities that you enjoy, that will decrease your depressive symptoms as well as isolation. We do offer 6 to 8 sessions over a course of 4 to 5 months. Those sessions take place in the client's home, by the phone, virtually, if they're really good with, technology, or in another community setting if they want to get out, possibly visit another senior center or library, or just somewhere where we can, discuss things moving forward and, have them outside of their home. Okay. So why is this so important to us and with Centralina and hopefully to spread across the North Carolina region? So with data purposes, we saw that 1 in 5 aging adults may experience depression. And those are people of color, living in poverty. They may speak a different language, complex health issues such as chronic diseases. They may live alone. And isolation tends to carry a higher burden of depression. As we see during COVID-19, the numbers have definitely increased with mental illnesses as well as depression and isolation because a lot of people have moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, away from their families. We do see that health is one of the biggest things that impacts their quality of life, as well as depression. And if they are depressed, they have a higher risk of dying because your mental affects your physical. We see that depression increases the risk of developing dementia, and it's harder to manage any chronic health conditions that you're already experiencing right now. We do know that depression is treatable. Yes, it is. We have medications and technology and things out there. We have therapists and all of that. But unfortunately, aging adults do not get treated with appropriate and adequate care due to stigma, poverty, and racism against their age right now. PEARLS is currently not available in North Carolina, which makes it very ideal, an ideal addition to our evidence-based programs. So this is why we are extending it all across the 9 counties that we cover, because we would like to promote it, get more participants. I don't want to say clients, get more participants. And I just feel like it would be great for you to have your name under there as, hey, I was a part of that pilot phase of the PEARLS program with Centralina, and now we can spread it across the whole state. All right, moving on to our next slide. So I just put some signs and symptoms of things to look out for when referring someone to us that may be experiencing some type of depression or isolation. Some of the things that you may hear is that they feel sad or anxious or in a very empty, blah mood. I hear blah a lot now. Feelings of hopelessness, guilt, or helplessness, irritability, restlessness, or having trouble sitting still, being very fidgety, loss of interest in once pleasurable activities, including sex, decreased energy or just tired all the time, moving or talking more slowly than normal, difficulty concentrating or remembering or making decisions, difficulty sleeping or waking up too early in the morning, or oversleeping, sleeping just way too much, eating more or eating less, unplanned weight gain or loss, thoughts of death or suicide or potentially suicide attempts. And then the last thing is loneliness or isolation from others, your family, your friends, just kind of staying to yourself. So, who will be eligible for the PEARLS program? We are taking all aging adults 60 years and up, adults who have minor depression and persistent depressive disorder, also known as PDD, which is an ongoing or low grade of depression for 2 or more years, adults who have been diagnosed with major depression, adults with epilepsy or co-occurrent depression. And who is ineligible? Unfortunately, if an aging adult has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, or schizoaffective disorder, or if they have had medical treatment due to a manic depressive episode or illness. And if anytime, someone has told you that they have been diagnosed with something or they can't remember, or they just need questions, you have questions, you can email myself or Amanda for clarity, and we can screen them in using our screening tool to see if they are eligible for the program or not. So you won't have to worry about that. All right, so right here is our PEARLS referral form. If you agree and would like to participate in collaborating with us to build the PEARLS name and brand, hopefully for the state of North Carolina, this is what you would use when you are referring somebody to myself or Amanda. It is a very simple and easy process. The only thing you have to do is fill out this form, put their demographic information, their name, date of birth, phone number, email, if they have one, their address. The address is very important because we need to see how far we have to travel to meet with them, if there's someplace in the middle, and if we need to send out PEARLS information to them. Which county they live in, we use that for tracking purposes to see which county, may take on the PEARLS program more than others. Your name, and who you're referring. So if you're going to send an email to myself or you're going to send it to Amanda. Does the client have depressive symptoms? So you'll ask these three questions right here, 2 questions, excuse me. So if they have been experiencing some type of depression or isolation within the last 2 weeks, and more than 2 weeks, and is the client in an independent dwelling? So that just means, is the client are they in their home? Are they able to take care of themselves? If not, is there a capacity to where they depend on someone else? Do they have cognitive function? Just we're trying to figure out exactly how we can assist them and meet them halfway further with the program. And if there's anything else that you want to put inside the client's notes, let's just say if they are a caregiver or they are a caree, if they live in a retirement home or rehabilitation center, if they have been diagnosed with a chronic disease that may keep them from, or may limited them from doing extreme physical activity, which is perfectly fine, or if they have medication for their depressive symptoms. If they feel comfortable sharing that with you, you can put that on there. If not, it's okay. We'll still get that information, but the more information we have, the better, so we can know a little bit more about the participant before we call them and do our screening process. So the next steps that will happen after you send the referral to myself or Amanda, we will let you know that we received your referral, and then we will contact the participant to see if they're eligible for the program. So by doing so, we will use our PHQ-9 scale, which is our depressive screening scale, to see if they are experiencing any type of depressive symptoms as well as isolation. And then if they are screened in for the program, we will set up our baseline in-person session with them just to get all of the documentation signed saying that they give us permission to meet with them. They give us permission to follow up with their doctor if anything was to happen, or if they just want to let their provider know that, hey, I joined this new program, hopefully this is going to better the way that I've been feeling lately, and, things like that, which we know it will. And then after we do our baseline session, which is our initial intake session, we will meet with them once a week for the first 4 sessions. And then after that, we will meet with them bi-weekly. And then after that, it will be monthly until the 8th session. For the 8th session, we will give them their Pearl certificate to let them know that, hey, you completed the program, kudos to you. You can share it with your family, your friends, your provider, just anyone that you want to, share it with. And then that's the end of the program. But we do wellness checks for about 3 months just to check on them, see how they're doing, see if things have been great since the last time we met. How is their well-being? Are they able to manage any type of problems that have come their way? If there's any resources that they may need and they don't know how to access it, we do try to assist them along the way. We don't want to just leave them empty-handed. We want them to tell a friend and tell a friend about the Pearls program to know that, we're here. We're not necessarily counselors, but we're more of wellness coaches. We're cheerleaders. We're cheering you on so that you can live an independent lifestyle and, fulfill the rest of your life. So that's pretty much it. This is my contact information as well as Amanda's. So if there's any questions that you may have about the program, feel free to contact myself or Amanda. Pretty open. We respond, as quickly as we can. And that's pretty much it.